All right. And we are live. Hello, and welcome to the 9th episode of It's a Podcast. My name is Amanda from youtube.com/ayyyeeeitsamanda, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Aunt Heather.
Who is from over here. I will never stop saying that.
I love it. I do wish it were closer, but I love it.
Oh, same.
Ha ha ha. Because, Thanksgiving is next week. I really wanted to do Friendsgiving, but
Yes,
COVID.
I was just thinking about that because I posted the memory from Friendsgiving 2 years ago. I can't believe it was like 2 years ago.
Right. I can't even wrap my head around
we were like,
that.
we're going to do this every year, and it's been 2 years since we've done it.
Well, Western and UNC are playing each other, though. It's just not the right time. COVID. And that's what we wanted to talk about on today's episode was Thanksgiving traditions, recipes. We can also dive in about how Thanksgiving's gonna be a little bit different this year because of COVID. That was mainly what's on my mind because I know for us it's completely different and it's basically like halved of what we're doing. Not everyone being in attendance, and I'm sure for you too.
No, it's the same.
Oh, nice.
Well, actually, it's different because we're going by Shannon's instead of going to my mom's. So we're just doing the same thing as we normally do. We have, since we moved from Jersey, it's only me, my mom, my sister, my brother, and then the significant others. And so mine's going to be at work, and then Shannon's will be there. So I was like, let's just go to Shannon's, and then my dad is flying down tomorrow, so he'll also be there. So that's the only difference is that my dad will actually be at this Thanksgiving. And
you have a boyfriend at this Thanksgiving.
Well, he's not going. He has work.
Oh.
He works on Thanksgiving. He always works on Thanksgiving. It's not a big thing for his family. So
okay. That's what's different with us this year is because Griffin's not working on Thanksgiving. He's working the day after. Mm-hmm. So he may or may not be joining us, which is weird. It will be, yeah, since we've been together, it'll be our first Thanksgiving not together, which will be weird.
Are you going to Lake Lore?
I don't know yet. We're still up on the fence of like what we're gonna do because we normally spend Thanksgiving like with my whole dad's side of the family. I think most of them are like my uncle and all of them are planning to go, which I was really excited because we have like our annual Thanksgiving cornhole tournament, and my youngest cousin, he just started college last year. And I was really excited to see him because he pledged SAE. So I wanted to geek out with him being Greek because I was the only one in the family that has been Greek. And I'm like, of course you go SAE. But I was happy because there were some like other fraternities that he really was like, they kind of have like a bad rep or something. But like, it's just funny amongst like the different schools, like the how each reputation of each fraternity or sorority has. So I'm happy for him. It just sucks that I might not be able to see him. And
I'll say SAE at Western wasn't like a terrible rep. Like, and I was like, most of the guy friends that I had that were Greek were from SAE or from the band one.
Your best friend Willix too.
Oh yay!
I had to throw that in since you were talking so highly.
Well, you know what, like. He was super nice to me at that one football game with the leather jacket on because even he was just like, what the heck with this guy? So I mean, I have nothing bad to say anymore about him. Like, and he doesn't even remember me. So it's like water under the bridge. I've moved on from the college stuff. Which is a huge deal. So
yeah, but it's just So it's just weird in that aspect, not being able to see all your family. And Thanksgiving, it marks a year we haven't seen Griffin's family since the last Thanksgiving as well, just because COVID then started. And Griffin was super cautious about wanting to visit. Like, yeah, it's prime opportunity because he had time because he was furloughed, but both of his parents are immunocompromised, so he didn't want to
think about his mom for a second because I knew his mom was.
Yeah, and then his dad has diabetes. And some other health issues. So it's just kind of weird not seeing them around the holidays since it has been so long. And not just because we get out of saying gnome or anything. Am I right?
Well, so I was thinking of, so actually today I was doing new Zoom backgrounds since I moved my office around, and now I can actually
Ooh.
use the Zoom backgrounds because I
The
have
green one? Like the green screen? Or
the
does
green
Zoom have
screen.
Yeah.
I don't have a green screen. I just have a big gray wall behind me. And
Okay.
I think, I don't know if StreamYard can do it, but I know like Google Meets now you can do it. And Google Meets is actually better than Zoom's for the background,
That's the T.
but it does slow down my computer too. But
Um,
for the Zoom ones, I just downloaded a bunch of backgrounds and I put Thanksgiving Zoom backgrounds. And it was just funny because one of the pictures was a family eating and they had the laptop sitting near like at like one of the chairs and they were talking to someone and they're like COVID Thanksgiving. And I was just like, that works. You can still talk to them.
yeah.
It's not the same, but they're still there with you.
That's a good idea. Like, I mean, everything has turned virtual. Work, school, you name
Oprah.
it. Yeah.
Have you seen the commercials for Oprah where she's interviewing someone and they're on a gigantic screen and it looks like they're
No.
there, but I don't know. She was talking to somebody. I just saw a commercial on Hulu and she was just doing an interview and this person was on this large screen. So they actually looked like they were
Oh, that's
the same
cool.
size and they were on a studio stage. Maybe they were just on the same set, but they were in a different room because they had the whole all white background, all white floor. So it kind of looked like they were in the same room. But then there's this like the way that the camera turned, you could see that it was a big, gigantic, expensive Oprah money screen.
I need one of those.
Right, because then we could actually be kind of like sitting across from each other.
Right. That'd be
It actually looked like
hilarious.
they were able to like just step out and be there, and I was just it was mind blowing just watching that. I don't even
Yeah.
know what commercial that is, but I know I've seen it because I was like, Oprah's back on TV.
Right.
She's bored.
Everything is just so weird, but there's a lot of talks of like the vaccine being
Yeah, we
almost
talked about it.
ready.
Yeah, we talked about that in my social studies class on CNN 10 about how they're going to be free to free to depending on your income and stuff. But we'll see. I'm just kind of hoping this will all be over soon because we're getting into the second quarter now for teaching, and the parents are just like, I want my kids back at school, not because of the virus, but because the kids are failing. They're not learning. They're not benefiting from. We're doing everything we can,
Yeah.
but the kids they're being held to a standard and a responsibility that not even like high schoolers can do. So it's just like, how do you expect a 12-year-old to log on to Zoom every day? I would fake sick to go like to not go to school. And now here's the opportunity. My mom's gone and I don't, like do I actually have to go on Zoom? And they do get phone calls. The kids do get in trouble, but they still don't care.
Yeah. And I think that's an important topic that a lot of people I don't think there's like enough awareness being brought up to a lot. Like we're all just talking about, trying to get back to a sense of normality, which is totally fine and understandable, but you know, the future generations are being greatly impacted by learning, and it's really hard to have that expectation of kids that age because like college is like that transitioning period of having that kind of responsibility being on your own, and these kids have to grow up a little bit faster, which I know like older generations than us had to for other circumstances or what, but this is a whole generations, age groups having to do it as well. And I feel that it's very unfair for teachers getting most of the blame, where it's, your kid has to have like a little bit of discipline and responsibility for this if the parents aren't working from home.
Right. That's where
But
it gets harder when they're not there. And it's like the
yeah,
parents have these expectations and they're really trying their best. And one was just like, I don't know how to do it. And I'm like, that's just one kid. Imagine having that kind of resistance with 30 kids, or you have that one
exactly.
kid in a room of 29 doing that. And it's just like, it's hard. And I was on the call today and I said, because a lot of them have anxiety, there's just so many social issues these days. And I was
Yeah.
like, you're home. There's so much more things you can do at home that you cannot do at school. Like you can have your animal near you. You can.
Mm-hmm.
I love animals on the call. I tell them, even though it's not a big thing, they don't encourage us to do this. But I'm like, if your parent needs to sit next to you, go for it. I'm fine with
Right.
it. And then I told them, get a like a toy. Just hold a
Mhm.
toy while you're listening. If it's just something to hold on to, you can. It's the funniest thing. This one kid, he makes his face all M&Ms.
I love it.
And then
Creativeness.
it is so funny because the kids are like, "Oh, you know it's that kid because he's got M&Ms on him," and I'm just like,
Yes.
"He's
Us clowns.
M&M." But
But
there's so many things that they could do. But with Thanksgiving coming too, and I've been having that talk with them. A lot of them are like, "We're waiting on putting up the tree because we don't put up the tree until Thanksgiving, and Mom really wants it to feel the same and normal." And
you can't though. There really isn't any sense of normality right now.
no,
I mean, I know I couldn't make it through all this without being married. Like having like having Griffin here all the time. Like if I was by myself, like I give all those people so much more credit because
I'm just like,
at
wait,
least I have some
hi.
kind of social interaction. Like yeah, we're talking right now,
Mm-hmm.
but we all know like I would be there type thing because Winterfest would be happening right now,
Yeah.
and that's just a great segue of seeing you and then on my way to my parents type thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a win-win. Like you're along the way,
And then I'm here all by myself. I don't have the dog this week, and I don't have the dog next week just because I haven't been feeling good, and it's just too much. So I just have
right.
the cats, and so that's fine. They're being cute. So
Yeah, they are.
they're being
I'm
so
living for the Snapchats
they're being
on the
so
stairs. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
because there's no dog here, so they're more confident to run around and play and clean each other. I had to lock them out
Ooh,
because
just
they'll
kidding.
they'll, they'll lay here while I'm like sitting. I'm on my couch.
Aww.
They'll lay on the top of my couch and they'll clean each other. Like I just did a recording for grad school and they were in the background and they were being really cute and distracting me, so I had to turn around and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm getting
That's
distracted.
hilarious.
They're
I
just so
love it
cute. They're
though.
just like over my shoulder, like, hey, I'm in the camera too.
Yeah. Remy, he knows he's the star.
It wasn't
And that's
Remy.
good
It was
that
Ari though.
it's good
It
that
was a
she's
great
coming out a
one.
little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
she doesn't like being held, but she does love cuddles and she does love to nip. Like she's really into nipping right now. She's been nipping the
Mhm.
back of my legs, and I think that's how she's like, oh, I'm hungry.
That sounds like my mom's new puppy. When he gets like really energized,
Mm-hmm.
like he likes to like almost hug your hand and then he'll start gnawing on it.
No, you guys
I
are
miss
so
him.
cute. I was like, Amanda's gonna steal this dog, and she doesn't
Oh,
even
I
like
want to.
dogs.
Like that was my plan. Like if I see my parents for Thanksgiving, I am just going to take the dog and I'm coming home.
I wonder if
Great
you
to
could
see you.
find a dog that's just like him. Like, if you're trying to find.
I admittedly did start looking for dogs, and then
Yes.
I didn't find any because I know I'm not going to be able to find the exact dog.
Right.
I'd like to have one with like a similar personality
Mm-hmm.
because before we got Banshee, he's a rat terrier.
Mm-hmm.
My parents had Jack Russell Terriers.
Mm-hmm.
So I always liked the really high energy dogs. And now that we're home, um, we can train it
Yes.
or, be able to play with it type thing. So I started looking. Griffin can't because he gets way emotionally attached. Like he can't even walk into PetSmart and look at the pets for adoption because he's just going to go adopt all of them.
I was like, I thought he was gonna steal Remy.
He almost did. Like this close. He's like, I could have just put Remy in. I'm like, Heather may or may not have been mad. She would have had mixed feelings.
I would have had mixed feelings, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Winnie at the time. But like Winnie was
Yeah.
my energy. The only thing with Winnie was that she has such a small bladder and I was gone for so long and then
Yeah.
there's only me around. So like when you get a small dog, it's just like making sure that at least with your schedules, the dog is let out often enough.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
But I did
I
tell
think for you should get one that's already trained.
that is how Banshee is because he's not like full on puppy. He's like
Mm-hmm.
about a year, I think, is what my mom said. So he's trained. He's housebroken and he's also crate trained, which was a plus too. So
Just go through wherever your mom got him.
oh, that's in Camden, South Carolina.
Like I know, but like go through them or go through a company or an organization. Tell them what you're looking for, and then they'll start looking for you, and then they'll start giving you
Oh,
options.
even better right there. There
Yeah,
we go.
go through an organization, because then
I
that's a
almost
saving
did
thing.
look at the website because she sent me a picture of the flyer because when she first I didn't even know she was looking, but she sent me a photo and she was like, I didn't even tell dad that I put in an application. I'm like, Mom, you didn't tell dad? It was like the week that they were like working on moving and stuff. That's when she sprung it up on him. So
By the way, we're
but
getting a dog, and you have no say, which I can
right.
totally see that with your parents.
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean that's where I get it from.
and I can just see your dad going, okay,
Right. And he
well,
got attached. Oh, and so did Griffin. Like everyone got attached. So
because
I'm
it's
like,
adorable and tugging. I was like, is it restrained if it's tugging? But
he's hysterical because he just flies. Like you saw the snap of just throwing the toy. He was doing that for like a good hour, hour and a half, and then he passed out.
little dogs.
Love it.
And I always thought the little dog would be good for you because it's not too big, not too little, but like it's kind of like a cat size because you guys do
Yes.
have Fluffy. So
He just be doing his own thing.
I never see that cat.
He doesn't leave. I mean, because the main area that he's in, we put up our old Christmas tree because some of the lights died. He literally sits under there all day. Excuse me. He sits under there all day, every day. He comes out for food, bathroom, and then he goes back. Sometimes he'll meow and visit Griffin, but I think Griffin keeps his door closed now since he's working from home now too.
Right.
So he just wanders.
Yeah, I try to keep my door shut now and try to keep all the animals out while I'm teaching, just to keep from the distractions. But then the kids are like, "Can we see the animals?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh yes,
they do miss Garrus. They've been asking for him, and I'm like, he will be
Mr.
back.
Popular.
I was like, he'll be back after Thanksgiving, so
For good.
For good, yes, for good. So I'm gonna enjoy my 2 weeks of like just calmness and peacefulness here. Like CJ or Eagle, whatever.
Leaked. His name is Leaked. I've been waiting for the slip up. Episode 9.
It's 2 letters, like
right.
Anyway, so like he was just like, you're gonna miss him. And I'm like, right now I need a break. I'm really tired.
You have a lot going on.
I have a lot going on.
A lot. Like that's just like an understatement. Like not only teaching, but grad school, and then you love your kickboxing.
I haven't been there in a while.
I was just throwing something.
I was gonna say it's been so crazy with school. Like
that's true. I'm sure it's taking up
a lot of
everything.
a lot of parent meetings, just a lot going on. And then trying to get this house together for him to move in. It's just been it's been crazy. And then financially just trying to keep up with that. And then the other gym has opened back up and now they're starting to take money out again. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much money was
yeah, I had no idea. I mean, I think I saw an email that Planet Fitness opened back up. I didn't realize they were charging your card. I was like, oh, thanks.
Plus $10. Mine's not $10. Mine's like $200. Personal trainer.
Oh, well, there you go.
And well, I can't cancel that until the contract runs out in March. So I do have the money for it because I had a plan for it when I did sign up for it for both of them. Yeah. And so that is covered. It's just I didn't realize how much I was saving. And then because something about rollover, like, so a lot of the stuff, I don't know if the contract's going to roll over or if I don't know what's going to happen, but I thought they were still going to be charging me as even through COVID. And then what would happen is it would just go over into the next year. So I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to tell them in March, I don't want this to keep being charged.
Gotcha.
So we'll see what happens. But with Thanksgiving and everything coming up, I'm just ready for a freaking break.
I can.
That's my tradition. That is my tradition.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And just not wanting to do anything. This Thanksgiving is just different because my dad's coming to visit and my sister has everything planned down to the minutes.
That's hilarious.
Monday and Tuesday, we all work. So I think my dad's just going to be hanging out, doing his own thing. And then Wednesday, I think he's coming over here to see the house and hopefully fix the toilet.
Yeah.
So the Thanksgiving this year is just a little different because we're going by my sisters, my dad's down here. We're going to Top Golf. We're actually going out and doing
Top golf
things.
is so much fun. I can't golf to save my life. I had a blast though. I had no idea what I was doing. I was
Yeah,
just trying to
just
hit
hit
the
the
ball.
ball.
That was my main focus because, like, I don't know, I didn't realize how much, I guess,
Work.
upper body strength you needed to really make it go flying.
That
Like,
and coordination, because like I played softball.
I
I
am
played
not coordinated.
putt. I just could not hit the ball. I
Right,
kept swinging
right.
over it, and I'm like, it's because
Yeah.
it's a little club and a little ball.
Swing and a miss. And I did not need to know about Eagle, man. TMI.
Oh, I was like, wait, did I say that he's coming to as well on Sunday? Because
Nope, my mind, it just went to the gutter.
I was like, wait, what? But yeah, he's taking off work early to come with us to
Oh, nice.
and that's also for him to spend time with my dad. And I think they'll be fine because his
They
dad
should be.
was a police officer growing up, and
Yeah.
he knows the stories like you know the stories. So
Yeah.
he's just a little worried in that sense because you know me.
You'll be okay.
And I think he'll be fine. And my dad's chilled out a lot over the years, so
That's good.
as long as my dad doesn't say something stupid.
And then Eagle or CJ, now that he's exposed, hopefully he just doesn't rage. Oh my gosh, because of like the Call of Duty raging. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
He's not gonna do that.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
Because you know, if he were to rage like that at my dad,
Ooh!
either my dad's gonna go twice as hard back, and then what's gonna happen is that I am gonna go completely cuckoo on both of them. So he won't do that because
I don't think I was worried about you in that aspect. More concerned about what your dad would do. Oh my gosh, I'd pay money though to see that.
Well, whatever my dad would do, like I would go worse because I'm going to be very mad at both of them because they're both important to me.
Yeah.
And for them to do that, it's hurting me. It's not even about them. It's about me.
It's always about you.
Duh. It's my world, and you all just live in it.
Right?
Helitopia. We're doing a create your own civilization project right now in class, and so I told them what a tyrant was, and I told them that this is a tyranny.
Oh, I like it.
They're like, you're a military ruler that took over, and I was like, you paid attention. No, I'm really but we're not there yet.
I thought you were going to take inspiration from your Animal Crossing island, because I'm like, oh.
No lie. I was in the class, and I was just telling them, you're just making your island. You're trying to figure out where you're going to put the rivers, where you're going to put the hills, where you're going to put the mountains. And I was like, you're going to name it. And I was like, wait a minute.
You're playing Animal Crossing.
And I was like, it's not just Animal Crossing. It's also Minecraft. Like,
yeah.
You're playing a game. That's literally what I'm asking you to do. Play a video game.
Yeah.
You're making it up. And a lot of them were like, Miss Keeley, I already have this planned out. I already have this made. And I'm like, then go for it. Just tell me about it. They're like, it's called the Shadows and it's magical. And I'm like, okay, remember, you're still on Earth. So you can have all this magical stuff. But you still have to have those magical mountains that magically protect you. Like,
exactly. Like Frozen.
You still gotta have. Oh, we also talked about Frozen.
Yeah, this is my kind of class. I'll sign up.
Well, it's 6th grade world history, and so we're in Greek mythology right now.
Makes sense, right here.
And so we were talking about Percy Jackson and how Poseidon gave him a water horse, and then they thought.
I love Poseidon. I'm just gonna throw that out there. One of my favorite Greek gods, right there. Also, it's because there was this guy in high school that I thought was really hot, so I called him Poseidon. That was his code name, Poseidon. Oh yeah, is that a dragon?
I haven't read, and I think it's a Pegasus. I haven't read the book.
Oh, even better. I couldn't tell. I saw ginormous wings and I got excited.
Oh no, it's Percy Jackson. It's the whole series. I want to read it.
Nice.
I got all 5 books. I haven't started them yet because I've been reading like adult books, like not like.
I was about to say, and
no, like just characters that are like in my age range for once. And so, yeah, not 13, 6 to 16.
Oh, come on. Those are the best. Those are the best.
Like, it's the tone in their conversations. It's the dialogue. It's just, like, I tried to start reading Maze Runner, and I just could not stand I
I have
couldn't
that book.
stand the dialogue at the beginning because it was so childlike, and it just sounded like really what it became were the students' voices in my head. And I was like, that's just enough. Stop bickering. Just stop. Like, I just became a mom. And I was just like, nope, we're going to move on from this. And I could not read it. But I think Percy Jackson, what I really like about it is that it's taking disabilities and making them into superpowers. And Rick Riordan is a very good writer. So I think I'll be able to get into it. So I'm going to probably start on that on Thanksgiving. That's going to be my Thanksgiving.
Nice. Unlike
project.
Midnight Sun, you couldn't get into.
I could not, because he, like, I read like the first 2 pages, and what was something that was romantic in my 13-year-old brain, that meaning like, oh, he can't resist her. No, he just wants to eat her.
Giggity.
And I think like what Stephanie Meyer's doing is that she's justifying or validifying her terrible writing by saying that there was more to it than what we think, and there wasn't. I think she's just trying to make it more like, oh, because we've made fun of vampires because of her books, like, oh, vampires now sparkle. And I think she's just like, she's been insulted by that. And so I think now she's really trying to be like, hey, these are not like fluffy vampires. They are some hardcore killers. And I'm like,
Did you watch? I was gonna ask, did she watch the movies?
She was in the first movie.
Woo! I mean, those movies were. No, I did not, but it would have been rated R if they were hardcore killers, because clearly I did not see the right version if that was the case.
Well, great. 50 Shades of Grey. That is a Twilight fan fiction.
Whew.
I actually like that better than Twilight.
Oh my god, the movie was hilarious. Like, it was just so cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Because they're actually trying to keep to the books and, again, justify those scenes. And I'm like, those scenes...
I didn't even read the books. I have the books. I just never got. I bought them as a joke because I remember a lot of people. I mean, it was a hot topic when they were first released.
Oh yeah.
But I never got around to reading them. I haven't read a book in a while.
That should be your new Thanksgiving tradition.
Yeah, I got a book back in April because I got a book subscription, so I'd be forced to read a book every single month. It's called Book of the Month, and I love it because I love the choices. They always have really good choices, and they get first access before books are released to the public or something. So I get like these thrillers or romance novels. Those are the ones that I go for, and I just don't even know. I guess I lost interest or something, but I have a stack.
I'm gonna say I'm looking at it now, like the thing, and I was like, well, what if I start getting onto that, which is depending on price, and then we read them, and then we discuss
book club.
We'll do a book club. So we'll do this. We'll do our stream. You're excited about this. We'll do our stream like normal, but then we'll like we have more time. But we'll at least do one more podcast.
Yes, bonus episode.
A bonus, or maybe we can do a Patreon and just do a book of the month with our Patreons.
There we go.
We're for those of you listening, we're just talking like normal.
Spitballing over here.
We're just talking like we usually do. But let's get back to Thanksgiving.
Before you lose the thought, I think I have like a referral code, and you get like like an extra book for free. And I think it's like $150 for the year. But you can also pay
a month.
No. But
I was like, I have Amazon Prime. That's
$10. It's 150. I think it's 150 or it's 125. It's something like that. For a year.
All right, so I'll wait until you send me a referral code or something.
Yeah.
Got it. And do you have this sign? Like, I feel like we're just sponsoring here, but for free again.
Right?
Do you have to pick a certain like genre?
No. Every single month it gives you like that month's choices, and you just choose from there. And if you don't like it, you can just skip.
All right, so then we'll have to talk about which ones we're going to pick.
Yeah, I usually pick the thriller or the romance novel, but obviously now, because I love those.
I just finished The Outsider by Stephen King, which I was like, how?
I have that book, but I haven't read it yet.
It's it's slow, because it's Stephen King.
Yeah.
And it is very cop-like because I feel like he wrote it for TV, and that's what TV shows are. And then the end was very Stephen King.
Ooh.
But I was like, how can someone scare me when I'm reading a book? Like, how do I get a jump scare in a book?
Creepiness.
No, he did a jump scare.
Really?
Oh my goodness, sorry. Arya's paw is right underneath the door, and I'm not used to her doing it, and she's like, Remy, and I'm like,
Oh, that's adorable because I love when like Remy's are like his little paw. It's kind of like, come here, I'm here.
yeah, he does it. He does it all the time, and it was just the first
She's
time I saw
learning.
her. Oh yeah, of course she is. She's learning really bad habits from him.
Well, because he learned from a dog.
Yes.
I love it.
And I mean, she learns from him. She doesn't really like. I mean, she doesn't mind Garrus, but they're not like when he's around. She's like, I'm gonna go hide under the bed. So he's just too big. Yeah, she's definitely learning. I want to like show you. Like,
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes! Look at her little paw curl up. Does she have both paws going?
Huh?
Is it both paws that she was doing there? That's hilarious.
She's trying to open the door, and she just went, and I was like,
oh, the heartstrings right now.
She's coming in. She's fine. It's just Remy.
Oh, that's the tea right there. It's like playing favorites.
Too much. He's loud. She's not.
She just be chilling.
Yeah, she won't ask for like hugs. Like he'll curl up on me. She'll do her own thing. Right now she's just like, what's going on?
She's thankful for you.
She better be. I saved her butt.
Oh, look at that face. Oh, she's like, nope.
Love me. Ow.
Oh.
Ow.
She's like, all right, bye. I did not really want to be in here.
Oh, and Remy's right outside the door too. He's just like laying there, like, wait, what's going on? Why is she in there and not me?
Oh,
they cannot be in here together. They'll make too much noise.
I believe it. That'd be hilarious, though.
But it is all their first Thanksgiving, except for Remy. It's his second. But it's not like he really knows what Thanksgiving is. Oh, now he's doing the same thing.
I forgot that the last time I saw him, he could fit in your hand.
And he doesn't know Christmas because I didn't decorate. So
because you moved.
Literally, this is me packing time. And so he now has seen what a Christmas tree is, and so has she, and so has Garrus, and none of them have ruined it so far, knock on wood.
Just the box.
Just the box. They have been playing with the decorations, but that's a Remy thing.
On the tree or just...
No, the tree's not decorated yet. I'm just
I missed that.
So I want him to be part of that decorating to start that kind of tradition and kind of get him into the Christmassy mood because he's not really a big Christmas person. So I'm like, this is my favorite holiday. You got to get on board. And he does love Christmas. He just doesn't like to decorate. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing this all by myself every year. The only reason why I did all this,
did, but now you got someone.
Well, yeah, but like my decorations aren't hard to do in a little house. But if we ever do upgrade, and I'm not going out on that roof. I was going to do it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on that roof and put those lights out, but now I can't. So I'm just like, well, someone's got to put the lights on the house.
Griffin really wants to so bad.
You guys have the perfect house for that.
I know. And he was like, well, you make sure I'll be okay on the ladder. I said, no.
No. Does he not know you?
Right. He thought for like a split second I would have a little bit of a heart. I'm like, I'm the Grinch.
Can you hold the ladder for me? Yeah, sure. Wait, hold on. I got Snapchat.
Right? Heather Snapchatting me the dog eating the box.
Look at the box. Look at the box.
Look at Remy being cute.
Just like, oh, let me take a Snapchat of you. Oh, look at that butt.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. What butt?
You said he was gaining some weight.
Right? I mean,
just not in the butt.
Happens when that's what happens with COVID, I suppose.
Yeah.
His metabolism, it finally caught up with him after all these years. Because he was talking about it. He was like, if I'm not going for Thanksgiving, I don't get all the food. And I was like,
do you need all the food?
I know. That's what I said. I thought you were wanting to work out a little bit. I was just poking at him, but...
Poking the belly.
Right. I said, join the... Well, I jokingly threw at him saying, look, you're finally happy when you're in a relationship.
Hold on. My window's open, and they're both in my room. And my window doesn't have a frame on it. Oh, okay, they're being cute, but I gotta go shut that window.
Oh, next thing you know, cat's out the window. You should turn the camera for those that are watching on YouTube to see if a cat just goes, zoop. Oh, man. That's hilarious. It's never a dull moment with Heather. You never know what's going to happen. Is it the dog? Is it the cats? Is it her? The world may never know. It's like a Tootsie Pop. You don't
What?
know. I said, you never know what's going to happen with Heather. You're like a
Oh,
Tootsie Pop. The world may
well,
never know.
I was letting them in because I didn't want them making noise with the door. And then I realized I had my window open because it was hot in here. And so like
So take off all your clothes.
no, that would definitely get you demonetized.
Ah!
So this ain't Vegas. But
Right.
the window frames, so when I first moved into my house, the bug screens, the birds were eating it. And they were taking it apart and making nests out of it. And so I just took them off, and now I like them so I don't have bug screens. And so I typically don't open my windows except for the one window that attacked my finger, and it snapped and
Ow.
it's broken and it fell on my finger. And so with that one not being able to be open, I have to keep them out of my room. But I just completely forgot. I saw Aria trying to jump up there.
Oh,
She's too small to do it.
oh
But
that's
then I was
good.
like, yeah, but I was like, oh crap, Remy's not.
Well, that would have been interesting. This podcast would have turned real quick.
Well, I just threw them both out anyway.
Literally.
Like literally right now.
Hi, Felicia.
Now I can hear them. Oh nope, they went back in. Little pause.
That's hilarious. They got great personalities.
They're very different. They're very different, and I really like that. I like how Arya's a little bit more feisty, but very cuddly, and Remy's very cuddly with a little bit of feist. It's just they balance each other out. They're yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Caleb, because I got Arya at Catman 2, he was like, "Oh yeah, I would never get a tortoise shell or tortoise whatever she is, cat because they're so mischievous." And I'm like, I love it. And I love how cuddly she is. I won't be able to ever hold her, but I do like that she does lay. Like when Garrus wasn't here, she did lay with me that first night, and I was cool with it. But they woke me up at 4 or 5 in the morning by licking my face, and I'm like, I'm good.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope, I threw them out.
Mm-mm.
She didn't do it. Remy did. That's why Remy's not allowed in. And Remy will. So we're back to Charmed again. But in the first episode of Charmed, there's a black cat that is like walking amongst the potions, and it's just like, or no, it's not in the first episode. It's one of the episodes, and he's just like, boop.
Yes.
Boop.
See, that's him destroying the decorations.
No kidding. I came back and my whole garland was on the ground. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
On the railing?
No, on the fireplace. But
that's like his favorite place to destroy. That was happening with the Halloween decorations too.
And I'm really nervous because I have family heirlooms that are not my family heirlooms as decorations now, and I'm just
his family. Oh,
so
well,
be careful. They're
between the family heirlooms and the internet that you have, might be doomed. I'm just kidding.
For real.
Might be doomed.
Well, that's why the raging desk is in here, right near.
Oh my gosh, I died. I was so like proud of you, like redecorating, and then you're like, for the desk, not for me. And I'm like, oh, that's where the rage sessions are gonna be.
Because I liked my little setup. It became all homey and cozy, and
Yeah.
it still is with the new setup. But he's gonna set that up. But he wants it near the internet. Like he wants to be right next to the internet for his game. And so I'm like, I have the highest level at this point. And so if there's ever any issues,
Animal Crossing.
I'm like, if there's any issues, you're the one calling Caporium from now on. I am over it. And if you don't want Caporium and you find a different one that we can use,
he's paying.
Yeah.
And he's paying. Yeah.
I actually will start helping. We're trying to figure out financially too with all the money stuff.
I mean, this is great. This is what happens with new traditions. That's a topic of this episode. So it's all new. I really want
to start a new tradition with him, like decorating the tree every year together.
Aww.
Last year we went for Christmas, which we're not on Christmas traditions yet, but we went to his family's and then we went to mine. Last Thanksgiving, he worked and I brought him food from my mom's because my mom only lives 5 minutes from his work. So I wanted to keep that going because I think he's always going to work Thanksgiving because he doesn't really care about Thanksgiving. But with me going to Shannon's, that's a good half hour away. So I don't know about
Just
that
driving
tradition.
around. But I mean, that's good. That's good that you want to start some. I mean, me and Griffin
Mhm.
been doing this gag gift tradition that it's been going on for how long now? I
Too
love it.
long.
I love it. All right. So he got me Pokemon cards, which we normally get each other Pokemon cards every year. But the funny thing about this tin is that I feel like this Pokemon Sobble looks like one of the Canes players. So I just died. I was like, I just want that. So he remembered that. And along with Pokemon cards, he got me hockey cards. I didn't even know hockey cards were a thing. I
Yeah.
guess like baseball, basketball, all those cards,
With the
but
stats,
he
yeah.
got me a tin of hockey cards. I didn't even get Brock. I did not get Brock. I didn't get Nathan McKinnon. I didn't get Sydney, but Sydney was on the tin, so it made up for something. And he got me a baby Yoda. He got me a baby Yoda.
The
Let's
child.
Yes, he's not hinting at children. He just knows that I love Baby Yoda,
Oh
aka the
yeah.
child, whatever it's called.
I still gotta watch the new Mandalorian
Oh, we watched
episode.
it. Well, we tried so we re-binged it, and then we watched all the new episodes that were released, and then we ran out.
Well, see, so I've only seen up to the one from last Friday, or the Friday before last Friday.
Oh, I'm
So
ahead.
by one, and then tomorrow. So I think what I'll do is after
Oh,
this.
tomorrow is Friday. Oh my gosh, I'm so like thrown off
Well,
with the
yeah,
concept of time.
well, because we're filming on a Thursday instead of a Friday.
I know.
And
Oh,
I just put my feet up because I'm just like relaxing as we talk.
I love it.
But I just gotta watch it because I am obsessed with it now. I like the Western style of it, but that was becoming like I think why I didn't watch it was because I've been watching them with CJ, just whatever at this point, and I'm just at the point of like who cares what his nickname is.
Yeah.
So I've been watching it with him, and then um last week we didn't like he watched it on his own, and I was like, well, guys,
Oh,
like what? I was waiting for
right.
you,
Come
and he's
on,
like, I already saw it.
traditions. Stay on the theme.
Well, and then it's just like he has his traditions with his friends, and I'm like,
Oh,
they were also watching it too, and I was like, did you watch it with your friends? He's like, no, I just watched it myself, and I was like, okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better because at least you just watched it. He can't wait. He cannot wait, and so I was like, well, I came over on Saturday, and he's like, we should have watched it then. I was like, no kidding, but it's okay.
that's
I'll
what
watch
you
it myself.
said. Oh, it's okay.
I'll watch it myself, but me and him do. Now that he's moving in, I think we'll be able to get our own little traditions and our own. We'll start figuring out our own stuff.
No,
That
that's
will
good.
make me feel a little bit more like how his friend, like what his friends get. I'll start getting that as well, like that time and commitment.
Mm-hmm. Careful what you wish for. I'm just kidding. I always
Oh,
mess with Griffin. I'm like, we've been together almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in January. And I'm like, and this is the most time we've ever spent with each other, which is completely fine. Don't get me wrong. But it's interesting.
it's so weird because I feel like in college, you always like if you saw you would see him, or if you saw him, you would see you. And there were some times like if you were working or whatever that you
Mm,
guys wouldn't be together, or unless you guys were working at the same time. But I just always felt like I saw all the two of you always together, and just to think that this is even more like this
yeah.
is the most that you see each other. It's just
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think with him working from home now, it's kind of like less. But like when he was furloughed, I felt like he was always there, like just another appendage. I mean, he already is, but like even more. Like he's just boom, boom.
I'm just thinking like didn't you say he was working for Amazon now?
Mm-mm.
What's he doing now?
He does IT.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought he was working for Amazon.
That was his backup plan if not
Mhm.
everything else panned out.
That's good. I'm just glad that he's doing something and that's keeping his brain busy.
Oh yeah, it for sure is. But what's nice is because like luckily our house is as big as it is.
Yeah.
So he works upstairs and I work downstairs.
Yeah, I'll say you could have a bed and breakfast. That's how many rooms you've got.
We definitely could. I'm really itching to wanting to put French doors in for my office so that
Yes.
way it could be like privacy. My dad already said he's going to do it. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
Dad, I need you to do it now. But that's like the only thing right now that is just kind of that's like the one wish I could have right now. I mean, like I could still work upstairs if I wanted to with like a door shut, but I kind of like the separation of
Yeah.
him upstairs and then I'm downstairs.
I like that that one room is just for work. I actually like that I moved from doing the podcast from that room and from downstairs up to here, up in my room. Even though it is my bedroom, it's still very relaxing for me.
Exactly.
It's not too stimulating. Like you see me yawning because I'm just starting to relax
Yeah.
even more. And I do like that. But when I was thinking with him moving in, I'm just like, I really should have got at least a 3-bedroom. And he's just like, he's been telling me like, oh, his dad's place is the perfect place. I'm like, there's only 3 bedrooms. He's like, yeah, that's perfect. I'm like, we're barely going to be able to survive with just 2 rooms because I work from home. I think a
Mhm.
big factor is that before, like, I didn't work from home and
Yeah.
he doesn't work from home, so I need an office. And so I feel like at this point now I definitely needed to have at least 4 rooms so that way I can have my office.
Yes. And it's very important, I think, too, because especially with working from home, that separation of never feeling out of the office, like leaving
Mhm.
work. So
Yeah.
that is something that I really like having, like my ginormous office downstairs, as you've seen it.
And you just walk out and then that you leave it all there, and that's what I like about it. And that's going to also be his craft room. And so he'll go in there, paint, and so he'll go in there and he'll paint his miniatures and stuff. And then while he's in there, I'll be, because if I'm not working, I'm not going to be in there and I'll be doing something else. I
Yeah.
might do the Cricut stuff in there because that, or do my own crafts in there.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is we're going to bring his bed here, and that will be the guest bed. The other bed I gave to Kevin. And
Yeah.
so we'll do that and we'll make it into like a big couch. And so
Oh.
basically I'll move away from my little corner and move to another side of the room, and then I'll feel like I'm doing something else.
Nice. No,
But
it's
that's what I said.
good.
I need a bigger, like, we just need a bigger place at this point because I bought this for me.
Yeah, I mean that's funny that you mentioned it because like a lot of people were like, "Why did you get such a big house?" And that is the reason exactly is because one, not only because we have like a lot of stuff, it's just we always took into consideration if we decided to have kids because
Mhm.
that's not on our radar right now. But the fact if it did happen, the space was already there. We don't have to, you know, do the home process again because like one time was enough for me. But but there was that, you know, I wanted an office in the fact if I ever got to work from home, and then the beauty room, which we do our podcast, do my YouTube. It's also like another place where I could just, you know, come in here
It's your
for
room.
the therapy room.
Yeah.
It's very, we're like, I feel like the most relaxed and in zen here.
So it's like you guys have your bedroom, but then it's like you have 2 rooms, your office, your relaxing room, and then for him now he has office and then his whatever. So it's like you guys have your own spaces and you have multiple spaces to do multiple things.
Yeah, because
Like
he
for me,
utilizes like the movie theater
yes.
game room, as we call it.
Mhm.
Like that's where he mainly does like Xbox and stuff.
Yeah, like
Call
for
of
me,
Duty, he can play
oh
with
Lord.
CJ.
He should. Anyway, that would be funny. But
Gosh.
for me, it's like I have the office, but now I want another room just for crafts.
Yep.
And it's like I don't have that space. And then for other like just guest room or just extra stuff for
My
future stuff.
room.
Just an Amanda room with Amanda's face everywhere, and it's just like
Yes.
yes.
Just like your old apartments.
It's just I just didn't have your face all over. People are gonna think that
Right. That would
that's
be
not.
hilarious.
I was gonna say that house, but and that bed that I actually gave to my sister, and my brother, that was yours. It's just too big with making it into an office. So I was like, I just can't,
Mhm.
I can't fit that. And that's why I was like, I really wish I had another room. I didn't want to get rid of the bed. I can't make it work with everything that's going on and what I need it for. So that's why
Mhm.
I was like, okay, your bed is a twin or full or whatever. It's big enough for me to put in the side and then get really big pillows and make it into like a couch.
I like it.
So yeah, I'm okay with that, and I want to do Christmas here this year as well. So I also
Aw,
yeah
traditions.
I want to start being more open to creating actual traditions because I think a big reason why traditions for me is so important is that we moved. We moved away from
Mhm.
my family, so we don't get to see my family. That's why I'm like excited to go in December to go see my family with CJ and have him meet them because they're so important to me. And we used to do both sides of the family would come together. My mom's and dad's side would both be at the same dinners. I never did 2
Yeah.
dinners. I never did 2 anything until they split up. And
Right.
so, and then when I came to the South, then it was like, okay, you go up for Christmas to New Jersey, you stay down here for Thanksgiving. And so it was like only one parent for one holiday. And for me, it's like, I'm just at the point now where I'm just like, I just want to stay in one place and stop traveling so much
Yeah.
and just do what, make my own traditions, make my own like little family thing going on, and just, I love my family up north, but they come down here.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm tired.
I mean, I totally understand that because, like, my parents were joking that, like, ever since we got the house and we got married, they're like, oh, well, we can do holidays with you. I kind of laughed at it, but then, like, I thought about it. I'm like, oh, that would be an interesting tradition because we have been going to the mountains for how many years now? Even, like, prior me going to college, we were doing that tradition. And then, couple times we did conjoin with both my family and Griffin's family, but now that brother-in-law is married, it's just kind of like, how do we balance out all of that? So, I mean, I kind of feel bad of trying to accommodate all this because I feel like the traditions are slowly not fully dying down because of, like, we still go see my parents and stuff, but, like, trying to incorporate that right now because it always used to be on Thanksgiving Day was for my family because my aunt hosted it, cornhole tradition, all that. And then we would go Black Friday shopping like late that evening when it started. And then because it was in the area where his parents lived. So we would go Black Friday shopping and go stay at his parents' house. And then we would spend Thanksgiving on Friday with them. And then we would spend like the rest of the weekend. So we used to take off like, what was it, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with my parents, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday with his. But ever since brother-in-law got girlfriend and all that, it kind of not threw a wrench into things, but it changed, and it just kind of sucked because she wanted it her way type thing, and everyone accommodated that from something that we did something for 7 years. So it's just like, okay. So we've been thinking about wanting to either start our own tradition of maybe just having it here at our house because no one wants to accommodate for us, it seems like. So
yeah, well, I mean, and then we can, when this is all over, Friendsgiving again.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to do is do a Friendsgiving.
You have the room for us.
Do like a Christmas Friendsgiving.
Christmas Friendsgiving. So Friendsmas?
Friendsmas, that's the word I'm looking for.
Friends.
You know what? Watch party right there. There it goes. Your idea.
I can't watch Friends. I can never get into it.
But like, you know, there's like that, and then hockey. You can come down for hockey.
Just be fun.
Talk about traditions. I mean, like, it's been over a year now since I've last seen you in person. That blows my mind because I would see you like at least every month when Carowinds was in.
Yeah.
Like every month. Starting on your birthday month. I come for your birthday, I come for my birthday, Memorial Day, Griffin's birthday, 4th of July. Like there was always a reason to come to that area.
Me.
Well, yeah. That and Carowinds. And Fury.
Oh God, Fury. But things change, and so it's just, you know,
everything's just a mess. But it's okay. I mean,
we're growing up,
and I don't like it. I'm just kidding.
I know.
It's hard, but it's definitely been something though. Just I feel.
I think that's why I like what I like about our podcast is that we're really just talking through these different stages and the things we're going through, and I think that other people our age could actually listen and be like, same, or
right,
just relate to us. Like, we're just having a conversation between two friends, and then other people are listening in, and then when we do these live ones, we're interacting with really your friends. So it's just
they're becoming your friends. Patrice loves you. Okay, so for those, if you guys missed episode 8, you gotta go listen to the replay because Heather jokingly said, giving away this bottle. The last comment was from Patrice that says, "Do I get my bottle?" Ironically, literally the next morning, Patrice tags me in this thing to do a Secret Santa. My opportunity was there to hit her up for her address, and she wasn't expecting it.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. I died. I just get a message that says, I got my gift, and I just lost it. Just so absolutely lost it.
Monday, I had to go to the post office to bring a box of blankets to send to my old school for a fundraiser, like kind of like a charity thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going there anyway. I'm not going to go all the way there just to send a bottle. But I was like, if I'm going anyway, I'm going to definitely send this bottle. And then she's like, it's $5. I was like, worth it.
Yes.
So,
oh my God.
$20 short later to charity and to Patrice. I felt very good leaving there. That was probably the highlight of my Monday, because Monday was a very rough day, and I was just like, it felt good just leaving and being like, okay, I cannot wait for her to react to it. And I was like, I really wish, since she is a YouTuber, I was just like, I really just hope she just does like unboxing stuff and unboxes it for the camera.
I think she mentioned that she's going to. She doesn't usually do unboxing. I mean, she's getting a lot more comfortable, like with makeup and stuff, because we do the monthly North Carolina Girls collab. So it's pushing her to do like a lot more makeup. So
me and the makeup, it's a box, and you open it like, ooh.
Yeah, but we're trying to get her more comfortable with doing like stuff like that, because we all do unboxings and stuff. So I'm really like excited to see her grow in her channel. So I've been like stalking it because she posted today, and I'm like, is the bottle in there? Nope, just gotta wait for the next one. Right?
In the background, just
oh my gosh, product placement. That'd be I would die, just absolutely die.
And then she gets sponsored and we don't. And I'm like, I need that sponsorship.
Right.
But speaking of sponsorships, and I mean, we're talking about Thanksgiving, but you know, in the season of giving sponsors, I was just thinking, you know, I don't do unboxings because I don't have money to buy things to unbox. The only things that I unbox are things that I order from Amazon that I need. So it's not like it's a surprise. And I don't get the Loot Crate anymore for Harry Potter. I think I think they canceled it. Like it went out of business.
Oh, I don't know. Mine didn't renew either. Come to think of it.
I remember they sent an email saying that they were going out of business. So I don't get that Loot Crate anymore. And I'm not going to get another Loot Crate. So if for those that want to, you know, make me happy and surprise me, you can send me or send it to Amanda's P.O. box, and then she'll forward it to me, and I'll unbox whatever you send me, and then I'll let you know whether or not I could use it. I most likely could.
Well, you never know. I get hit up all the time for stuff that might not even be, that might not even be beauty related. Like I got hit up from a chocolate company. I got hit up today by some jewelry companies. So
ooh, I'll take that one. I don't need chocolate, but I will take the jewelry.
So there you go. So that's what I'm hoping, because like that's also why I am enjoying the podcast too, as like a different, you see a different side from like the beauty content, but it also opens up more opportunities for potential sponsorships or other product placements or something. So there's
I was just thinking like Honey's that one that always is on everybody's, and I've been seeing this one ad on YouTube, like because I watch Try Guys like too much.
Your favorite?
They're my favorites. There's just one video I couldn't watch because it was just too political. But I don't do political stuff. But there's just this one YouTube ad that keeps playing with this guy. It's just like, anybody can use Honey. Go to any computer in your house and just download Honey. And I'm just like, it's the same one all the time. And I'm like, I know that's a YouTuber and I know they're making money off of it, and I could do that too. They're just not as high quality, but I could do that too.
Hey, one day I will come across Honey, and Honey will see us, and Honey's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna hit them up.
I have Honey.
I have Honey too.
I got from Morgan Adams.
Oh, nice. I don't remember why I got mine.
It's either from Shane or Rylan or Morgan. They're the three that really like push Honey. And they even have the dog named Honey. So it's just like one day will be our day. One day. Then we can start traditions of getting sponsors, right? Sponsors.
Yes. I just had to throw that in. Unfortunately, we did not talk recipes, but I loved the tradition talk for
And
sure.
I also don't cook, so like if the
Yeah.
conversation for recipe would be macaroni and cheese from Cracker Barrel. Just follow directions on the back. It's in your food stores. It's just a bag. You boil the water. You put it in the oven. Boom.
It's funny
Turkey.
that you say mac and cheese because I never ate mac and cheese with my Thanksgiving meal until like being in the South.
Oh, I just eat mac and cheese because I liked mac and cheese.
No, we always had like so many other things that mac and cheese probably wasn't needed.
So the next podcast, I know it's gonna be after Thanksgiving, but
Yes.
is that one what we're thankful for?
Let me hold up. Wait a minute.
Because we can
We
also
need
put
some
that.
background noise.
Well, okay, I'll just keep talking because I am background noise. I was just saying what we could do is we can add the recipe to that episode.
Oh, so this episode was supposed to be what we're grateful for, traditions, and recipes.
Oh, so we also forgot that too. So what's our next one?
Our next one, we are building the Christmas movie calendar.
Ooh, okay, so no, we need to do that. We need to do that.
Yeah, we can't get rid of any of the Christmas ones because that's episode 10. So it's going to be super exciting for that.
2 hours.
I'm okay with that. And then the following one will be the DIY, similar like what we did for Halloween. Our cute little skeletons.
Yes. Oh, mine's still in the bathroom. I want to get a little Christmas tree for it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We should just make like a little like a holiday village of like Halloween and Christmas and just
it's gonna be like Nightmare Before Christmas. Mm-hmm. I love it. And then
oh my gosh, wait, no, just had an idea. What if we did like the trees from Nightmare Before Christmas, and so every holiday we just get like that, and then we make the door on the trees.
Ooh. So you are in charge of the DIY craft haul. Yeah. And then the following episode after that, we're doing the Christmas treats. Kind of like how we did the Halloween treats.
Treats. It just sounds like Christmas tree, but treats.
And then the other one, it's supposed to launch on New Year's, and I have pre-recorded, so we don't have a theme for that, but I guess we can just talk about hopes and dreams of 2021. Yeah, right. How we need a do-over.
Oh my god, yes. But I feel like 2021 for me is not going to be a do-over. It's just going to be like a continuation.
It very well could be. I mean, as I mentioned before I hit go live, there is a potential vaccine out there, and that's another topic for another day. We don't want to go into a rabbit hole because we are unfortunately coming up on our hour, which I didn't realize we've been talking for an hour.
I was just like, you know what? I'm keeping my mouth shut.
These podcasts go by so fast. I mean, I've been eyeing, that's why, I look over, is because I'm watching the clock, and also, your face is over there, my webcam's over here, so I'm like, is it really an hour? Because, they always fly by. They always do. It never fails.
Yeah, I'll say the timer's right above you, too, so I'll look at you, and then I'll look up.
Yeah, so, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 9. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching on YouTube, let us know your traditions, what you're thankful for, and your recipes. Because we kind of go on it happens. It was kind of like the Disney podcast where we just went and did not even talk about Disney. But you know what? I think that's what makes the content fun. You want it to be fun type thing, Yeah, we have an idea of what we're going to talk about, but I like it. I like the organicness of all of it. So it makes it fun. So I appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. Unfortunately, no podcast episode next week. We are taking a day off, which I probably should. I've taken off 4 days the entire year. And I think that's a terrible life choice because of working from home. You just don't have that barrier, but it's okay. Another topic, another episode. So stay tuned for December episode 10, which might be a longer episode because it's our 10th episode. We're building the Christmas movie calendar. I had a blast.
We gotta go through Netflix. We gotta go through Hulu. We actually have to go through it because we have to learn from our Halloween one of what can we actually watch?
Yes. But it was so much fun. Like, I had a blast that episode, so I look forward to that. So
Yes.
we have a lot of exciting new content. Well, it's basically gonna be all Christmas content, kind of like how October was for Halloween. And if you guys have any episode ideas, what you would like to chat about, let us know in the comments below. We love interacting with you guys when we do these live. It's a lot of fun. You never know, you might win a bottle, for all I know. And if the
Not a
count
bottle of wine, nothing, no expensive bottle. It's an empty bottle. What do I got around me right now to this end?
Oh my
There's
god.
a chewed up dog bone over there. Anyone want a chewed up dog
Ooh.
bone?
Patrice is gonna hit us up. I see it now.
No, Garrus might have to fight you for that bone, but
she said Garrus is gonna fight.
here, I got it. Here, there's this little USB thing for a.
Is that your mouse? Is that for your mouse?
I threw the mouse, and I think this is actually for my wireless keyboard, which I threw away because I didn't know where this was. And the garbage came today, and I just found this today. So if you want it, you can have it.
Heather will pay that $5 for you. Just let us know in the comments below.
This won't be $5. I can actually put this in an envelope with a stamp.
Oh, there we go. Heather will send it to you. Just DM me or email me your address, and we'll get that coordinated for you. And if you think we're joking, ask Patrice. I got the receipts on my phone for sure.
I got the actual receipt from.
That's great. Thank you guys again for your love and support, and we'll see you at episode 10. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry.